Hello and welcome to the live stream. Hope you're all doing well. It's me, it's TCG. Oh, you've been recording, Marina. Excellent stuff. Great stuff. Are you doing like face cam or are you just audio recording? For those who don't know, she's in the process of making her first like full-on true crime video, which I'm very excited for. But who do we have here this evening? Already 5 people. Excellent. We've got Maverick with his trademark butts. Right back at you, buddy. We've got Mergu, Rockstar, Nico. I will join a little late because I'm in line to meet some of the players and I want to converse battery for the pictures. Oh, I want to conserve battery for the pictures. Hope everyone enjoys the ride of this court today. Also, Boston's 1776 London in a high-quality Overwatch match today. Excellent stuff. Janet, good evening. I did see your comment earlier today about not being able to make it into the live chat or being able to get into the live chat. I'm sorry to hear that, but I hope you managed to catch the replay or at least be there at the time. And I hope you enjoyed it. We just to confirm or just to clarify, last night we did a live stream over on the main channel where we brought back the Friday night community quizzes. It was a lot of fun. I do highly recommend you go and check it out. I brought the old gang back, Proper Horror Show, Mergu, Denziel, and also returning guest, special guest, Shrouded Hand as well. So do go and check that out if you get the time. We've also got Mr. Gently Benevolent on time and gives a Rogering in the correct fashion. Not Moriarty's here as well, and he's still not feeling very well. I'm sorry to hear that, bud. Hope you feel a lot better a lot soon. Just need to have a quick cough. Bear with me. There is a lurgy going around in my household at the moment, funnily enough. Yeah, not a lot of fun. Not great, but we live. Oh, I swear the whole UK is the same virus. Oh, mate. So yeah, this is part 4-2 of the trial for Farewell My Turnabout, the 8th part, and what I believe to be the final part as well. I don't know if this one will last as long as the other ones. I feel like they're going to wrap it up quite quickly, but we shall see. Also, I've been thinking about October because obviously October is spooky season, and I have been almost reintroduced into a game. Now, no, you're not late at all, Mima. So I was thinking of, in terms of the gaming side of things here, I was thinking of maybe doing something that would get me a little bit frightened. So, I have been looking at a game called Project Zomboid. I do have that on PC. The only problem is if I play it on PC and try and stream, my computer will die. And my computer isn't exactly designed for gaming. So I looked at alternatives. So what I have decided, and I don't know exactly what date because I'm going to be focusing on getting another video out after I complete this before coming back to the games. But what I have decided is that I'm going to boot up the old Xbox 360 and I'm going to download a game, or if it's not already installed on there, called State of Decay. For those who are unfamiliar with that game, it is a zombie survival game, kind of like Project Zomboid in that you have to go around, gather resources, do the whole survival stuff. But there is a storyline to it. The computer is. You sound like a wrestling announcer. I got to get the other settings back. God bless you. So yeah, I am thinking of playing that. Would you like me to ask Morcar if he'll send you that copy of Cuck Simulator or some mischievous scamp sent him? No. That's all right. I have played State of Decay, funny enough, a while back, and it was one of the. To be fair, it was one of the few zombie games, right, that I was actually comfortable playing in the dark on my own. I'm not playing Amnesia. I do have Amnesia on my PS5, but I just don't have the bottle. I don't know. Who knows? Depends on how much money you give me. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm not DSP. All right, I'm not DSP. But speaking of money, I'm joking. If you have been enjoying this series, though, as this channel isn't monetized, there is a pinned comment where you can tip the work that I've been doing here. It links to Streamlabs, and again, it's, as I've said before, and I will say it again, there is no obligation, but it is hugely appreciated. I do, funny enough, have those like Man of Medan sort of style games as well. So I'm having a look. I will definitely do something spooky that will. What's that popped up? I will definitely do something spooky that will that should entertain you, very much like the Soma streams did. Man of Mundane, yeah, that one. But we've got quite a few people here already, so I figured we might as well just get into the actual core of the reason why we're here today, which is to get through to the final part of this stream and to find out the truth as to what happened in this crime of the murder of Juan Corredor. It definitely looks like we are defending a guilty person. But who knows? Who knows? So, do you know, I was so tired yesterday when I did the last stream. I was so tired, right, that I actually forgot to save it at this point. And it's a good thing I checked before going live, because I had to quickly speed through the bits that I'd already covered to get to this point again. Because I loaded it up and I was like, oh my god, why am I only on still 4.1? Is this one of the longest turnabouts? It feels it. Yes. Funny enough, I also had a look at that as well. The second and third turnabouts were 4 parts. The first one should have been 1 part, but it turned into 2 because I had a bit of a connection issue when we were doing that. It ended up being 2 separate streams on the same evening. But yeah, so this is like double the size. It has the last ones do tend to be the longest ones though, and that will, from what I can recall, that will definitely be the case when we do cover the next game, which is the final part of this trilogy. But yeah, just before I do, if you are new here and you haven't already, please give this stream a like. It really does help with the old algorithm and all that jazz. And please consider subscribing. We are currently trying to get to 500 and we are on 152 subscribers at the moment. So every subscriber helps me get that little bit closer to that magic 500. And my main channel is also linked in the description as well, where I cover true crime, and we are bringing back the weekly community streams. Chat is very much involved in that process, whereby you are one of the contestants also. So find it to be a little bit different to what other people do online, trying to sort of steer my true crime channel in a different direction, trying to make it a little bit unique. So if you're looking for something a little bit different, if you wanted a little bit more interaction, a bit more community, then definitely check out my channel. And you guys, I know you already do, who are here live, and you are absolute legends, but don't forget to smash that like button, like we're about to smash the gavel right now. It is March 23, 2:35 p.m, District Court, courtroom number 3. And I tell you what, I feel proper reinvigorated after doing that stream yesterday. Sincerely, genuinely do. And let me know what you're drinking in the chat tonight. I'm only on the lemonade. I feel like if I drink tea, I actually get a little bit more tired. Don't ask me why, but yeah, tea and coffee seems to have the opposite effect to what it should do. Right. Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready? Yes, Your Honor. Tea is a relaxing. Yeah, I figured as much. Yeah. Yes, Your Honor. Oh my god, they both look very vexed. What's going on? I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? Tea, probably coffee soon. Been up since 3. Oh, geez, Louise. It's nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with Edgeworth? It looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impax's YouTube naughty word note. Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that this YouTube naughty word note is a forgery. What? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impax herself. It is a fake. Chitter-chatters in the court. Order! 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 Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? If this was not written by Miss Inpax, then who wrote it? We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Corridor. Whoa, okay. Mr. Corridor? Well. It looks like Miss Inpax never left a YouTube naughty word note at all. Hey, Slim! She never wrote anything about On Guard. However, Your Honor, even though this YouTube naughty word note is indeed a fake, Mr. On Guard could not have known that, and so that fact remained unchanged. That's a grammatical error, well done. I think that's the third one we've spotted so far during this series. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible. This theory that On Guard had no idea that the YouTube naughty word note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. Okay. Hold on. Hang on a minute. Could he have known? Right, I'm going to gamble it. I'm only going to lose 2 points if I don't, but I think he should have known. The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. On Guard to not have known that it was a fake. Why? Because he was surveilling him, surely. Get in. Excellent. Okay. We're on a roll. The ball is rolling. What is this little item called again? A video camera, Your Honor. Well, a very small one, but... Oh, that's right. A camera. You kids and your fancy toys nowadays. Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. On Guard knew of the existence of this note because he was spying on the victim. Isn't that right? If that were true, then this means Mr. On Guard would have known that the victim had forged the note. Get in. So then, the defendant knew this YouTube naughty word note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. On Guard's motive for murder was. It has suddenly disappeared into thin air. Oh, you've got your screwdriver. Right, so, okay, guys, what are we drinking? Let me just quickly go up and check. I did see what you said, GB. Has nobody telling me what they're boozing on? Ah, come on, chat. Tell me what you're boozing on. I want to know. But, Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. On Guard monitored Mr. Corridor 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. On Guard didn't know of. I mean, I could go and get some booze if you insist. Yeah, go on, get drunk. I know it's like what, 5, 6 o'clock in the night. I don't know what time it is actually in Australia, but I can tell you now it's 10:15 here, so it's fine. You have a cup of juice, lovely. Coca-Cola, mwah. Orange and ginger tea, mwah. Beautiful stuff. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place? Take that as an open invitation. Hey, bring your own beer. Water for Murgu. Order, Mr. Edgeworth. Or put a bit of spacing in between that, sorry. It looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave. As I figured. Huh? As you figured? As I figured. It came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you are not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. Okay, I have a light flickering, which tells me either the bulb is going to blow or this house is haunted. And is it coincidental that I see a flickering light when I mention spooky season. The question is, what next? Right, bear with me, I'm just going to go turn that light off. Oh no, stop flickering now. Haha! Oh, no. Flick once for yes, flicks two for no. Is anyone here? No, it's just not listening to me now at all. What next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. On Guard's motive through the evidence... Marina did say that she had to pop out for a bit. Unless she's turned into John Cena because she says, "Can you see me?" Well, I can't. And you can't see me. Do. Then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. It'll be one of the ghosts of the people I off to make you content trying to speak to you, TCG. You need a Mia. Come on, have a chat with me. Tell me what the naughty GB did to you. Oh, well, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual. Edgeworth stuttering. This is not like him at all. Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of, who was it that hired Shelley the Killer to commit murder? Oh, by the way, chat, well done for getting the answer correct yesterday about the name of the assassin. Glad to know you guys are paying attention. That's impossible. Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. Who is this witness? It's... Yes, go on. Who is it? The man himself. Mr. Shelley the Killer. Oh, Mr. the Killer? Wait, Shelley the Killer? They managed to find him. You mean the killer? I mean the assassin? Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here? To the witness stand? Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright? Yes? It's 4chan, Your Honor. I've been in communication with them. Is this all right with you? Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. I wonder if it really is all right to do this. You're the judge. Very well then. The prosecution calls its witness to the stand. Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us? Now then, witness. Your name and your occupation, please. Very good, sir. My name is Shelley the Killer, and I am a professional assassin. I say. What is going on here? Your Honor, how can you remain so calm? And what is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court. So this must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about. What's my 1950s fridge doing here? Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. the Killer himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are, in fact, Shelley the Killer. I understand. Please wait a second. I'm so hungry. Maya! A voice. Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this? The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelley the Killer. It looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so... Now then, witness. There is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corridor, Is this correct? It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Coroner. Gulp. Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well. This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it. A bad dream. Oh, don't talk about yawns, not Moriarty. That's going to set me off. Here we go. Oh, damn it. Shelley the Killer. What is he going to say? I realise that I'm doing two different voices when he's in person, but we're anonymising everything at the moment when he's not around. So if we do happen to see him, then I will go back to the, oh, hello there. About my client. There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Okie dokie. Mr. DeKiller seems to be a very clever man. Chicken noodles for the soul. Oh yeah, that would make you feel better. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us. While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. DeKiller is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. You mean about this trust between his clients and himself thing? It seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness? Yes, Your Honor. There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. Don't worry, Mia, I will. Just put on a different top, please. You're distracting me. There is something I must first state. Let's go with the pressing first. We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your client's... I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? Sorry. Go on. Well, it appears this is one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright. Well, that's only because you don't know about my situation. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. Hey, Mia, we can wear whatever she wants, TCG. You stop with that other talk. I'm sorry. Other top talk. The trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome. It'd be nice when he's talking, that button pushes him. Which is weird, because that would be us talking. Anyway. And that is why you're testifying in this manner? This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did... Yes? That person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly... That's enough. Please, no more. Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. TCG, I wanted to give you a 2-cent tip. Not like actual money, but my 2 cents. Fire away. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role. Their role? This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? To the gentleman who spoke just now. Excuse me, but would you care to die? No, I didn't say anything. The judge had better watch himself. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. We understand. So please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do. That egomaniacal. It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Somehow, that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. I don't really care about all this extra stuff. Just tell us the name already. Patience. Try to calm down a little. It's important to try and understand his mindset. He seems very steadfast and closed, so you're going to have to work to get him to talk. I'm not his therapist, you know. I don't think we've got anything... No, nothing there. Let's go back. The trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. We've covered this. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. These are the roles and duties an assassin and his client are to carry out. Oh, hello. I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules? A person who frames another is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you can betray this person? I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Oh, just my luck. An assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured? Now then, everyone. Do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think. An assassin with a code, I know, right? Leon. Or he could say Dexter. I mean, you say he doesn't assassinate people as such, but I mean, he takes out the trash, and he has a specific code that he follows. In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek. You have made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready. Excellent. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. Okay. Oh, okay. Now then, I do believe it's about time I revealed the name of my client. Don't you agree? Come on. Mat on guard. What is it? Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness. What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corridor? That person's name is... Matt. Come on. What? Adrian Andrews. No! What? What? Objection! Witness. That's not who you told me it was earlier. My client, Your Honor, was that Turley guy wanting to remove anyone else who might shill gold and take his business. God damn that Turley guy. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What? I'm sorry. What? This can't be. On the phone earlier. What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. DeKiller just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back? I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. DeKiller told him a different name. Mat on guard, perhaps? I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie. But you were the one who summoned this witness. You, Shelley DeKiller. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Mat on guard, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. I was not prepared for that. Wow. all of a sudden it feels like we can actually win this. Yeah. The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided this YouTube naughty word note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility that the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. the Killer's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all. No. With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Matt On Guard is innocent. I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please, continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. It's just switched off. Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately. What now? With the way this is going, On Guard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. Oh, cheers, Marina. Thank you. Yeah, we're about 80, I think, away. 80 subscribers away now. And On Guard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this? I'm going to save this quickly. I'm going to save it very quickly. I just want to I feel like I'm going to get a conundrum. Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant? Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Hey, Villan X, good evening. Shelley the Killer is certainly lying under oath. It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please, that testimony just now, it was all one big lie. Miss Andrews, the YouTube naughty word note may have been a fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me, it was a horrible, horrible lie. But Mr. the Killer himself has testified. He has named you as his client. No, that's not true. Also, there is quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and button, donning the nickel samurai costume. But that's... You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Impax was a large part of your life. Oh, she's doing a flying trick again. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead. No. Mr. Wright? You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Please, help me. Yes, I know the truth. Nope. Saving it again. I feel like we're going to get very close here. Our morals are going to be tested. I know the truth. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defendants for any final words or opinions. There we go. There we go. I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? Saving it again. What am I supposed to do? Oh dear. Right, chat, what do we do? Knew we were going to get that option. Oh my god, I can't type. What should I do? I mean, technically, request the verdict. Or shall we request the trial? Trial continue. There we go. I'm going to put this to you. I cannot be responsible for this decision. What should we do? Two votes in. Reason why I say that. Already saved it, not Moriarty, don't worry. Okay. Oh my gosh. 2, 3, oh, hang on. 4 votes, okay. Right, okay. Okay, we're going to... Alright, we'll end it on that. Request the verdict was 25%. Request the trial continue, 75%. So, we're going to send Maya to her death then, presumably. We don't care about Maya then, no? No, no. We can get her out now, probably. No? Yeah, yeah, no, me, yeah. We'll go for it then. We'll request the trial continue. Phoenix, I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept her not guilty. You are a lawyer. I know. But Matt on guard is a killer. A murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I'm no better than on guard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it's because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten on guard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him? Yes, you do. Mr. Wright, your opinion, please. The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. DeKiller. Oh, here we go. Sorry, we're going to bring this music in. I love this music. Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Sorry, the music just got very loud. Right. But that witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done. I'm not done yet. See through witnesses, lies, and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. There's still more evidence to look at. I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur. Praise Jesus! Very well. The trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please re-establish connection with Mr. DeKiller. Right away, Your Honor. Okay. There we go. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Come on, Nick, your job is to overcharge and fleece as much cash as you can, not this truth business. I know, right? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are, usually done. What is he talking about, usually done? But what shall we have him testify about now? Mr. DeKiller, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? We ever made homemade deer jerky? Can't say that I have. About my client, part 2. As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. This is a most unexpected turn of events. For the, 5th time now? However, this time everything has finally been revealed. Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? We still have the cross-examination to do. But you don't need to question testimony like this, do you, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, the defense will question the witness, as if I have a choice here. Huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then I'll expose the lies that the in that so beneficial testimony, I suppose. I don't understand what's going on anymore. Makes two of us. Here we go. As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However... What is it, Mr. Wright? If I press him the wrong way, I might raise suspicions on his end. Oh. But I have to do something to waste more time. Witness, about requesting a hit. Yes? How much is your fee? I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney. Huh? If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial. No. I'm not thinking of hiring. Mr. Wright. Yes? You want to kill me. You want me dead, don't you? What? Why would you think something like that? You're guilty, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You are hereby declared guilty. Jesus. Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not? Mate, the judge is on tenterhooks right now. One thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of a crime. I would like to think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. Ah, yeah. Well, a change in occupation might be good for you. However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. That goes without saying, Mr. Tequila. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought that they could run away from their guilt. Oh, my client did it to frame another for the crime. Are you talking about the button and the knife? Yes, and my business card. Oh, this card. So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible. You try to make things easy? My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. He's pretty devoted to his work. But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with the knife, and even hide my card from sight, that is something I cannot overlook. It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Okay, so you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too. I'm just gonna close my window. Sorry about that. No, I already told you, I have no intention of using your services. Ever. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on the trial here? Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. Hold on. Okay, from the very beginning? That is correct. From before my client visited the room, all of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. Question mark? But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. Okay, it was press. So, why do you think your client did that? What do you mean by why? Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who was requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway? That is true. I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. On Guard. If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it? Sadly, that is not possible. Huh? My job is to kill, that is all, and to leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall. Have I ever heard of the channel Omegon? Yes, I know him. I speak to him a few times. I've spoken to him a few times. We're actually friends on the Nintendo Switch. Fun little fact. Hey, Burnsy. Yeah, okay. Oh, no, I won't say that fact out of fear of doxing. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. And that's all you have to testify? Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again. Again? As in you plan to continue? I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney? Excuse me? No, I'm fine, really. Are you really now? I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now. What are you going to do now, Phoenix? All I can do now is expose the lies. Well, that's true. However, you realize that will be very bad for our clients, right? I'm so confused. The one thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet. As I have already stated, again, we're back on the right. Okay, we're back on the first bit. Right, so as I have stated quite a few times, Adrian said, okay, there's nothing there. One thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. Okay. My client did it to frame another for the crime while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corridor was dead. I don't... Is that the case, though? Just having a quick look through... Hang on a minute. Found next to the victim is filled with tomato juice, bears Andrew's fingerprints. Why? Well, I mean... The only thing I can think of is the wine glass, because the fact that it was found in Juan Corridor's room and it's got her fingerprints on it. But I don't understand how that would tie into that contradiction. Oh, hang on a minute. Didn't she say something about pouring the wine glass in for him? I'm sure she said something. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. the Killer. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Corridor had been murdered. I'm sure it's because she poured him a juice. But how? How do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. The glass? Mr. the Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Corridor had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned... Whew, it's because you put yawning in the chat. Whew. Had this been planned, they would have never left their fingerprints behind. I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon?
Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct?
I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Corridor's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. Uh-oh.
How strange.
Yes?
Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation?
Huh?
Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble.
Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Ah, sorry. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken.
Very well.
Right now, I have to buy us more time. While we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here, I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. I wonder what those items are. I can't remember. And they're taking so long because Gumshoe crashed his car, if I'm not mistaken. Right. Oh, warming up. It's a bit cold in here now. Request taking.
This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes.
So you physically met with your client, huh?
That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion.
Mr. Crime, why are you interviewing a radio? That is Shelley the Killer. He has agreed to testify on the condition that we communicate via radio and that we don't track him down.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Rightio. The killer? Case closed. Well, you'd think so, wouldn't you? But got to drag it out into 8 parts, didn't you?
This request came to me, about a week ago.
1 week ago? Are you sure?
Yes, I am quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish.
Brilliant.
When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind.
Does Gumshoe still have his radio detector? I think so. Hopefully it didn't get damaged in the car crash, though. Please stop.
In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind.
Specific date and time?
It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony.
Did you ask why on that specific night?
No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only had my suspicions.
Your suspicions, huh? We'll press further. So what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night?
I'm sure it was all for the bear.
Bear?
My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Corridor's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me.
He must be talking about this bear puzzle. Inside that figurine was a YouTube naughty word note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference after all.
That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was.
I see.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
I'm gonna say not. What the killer said sounds plausible, but in the end, it's just his conjecture. No, Your Honor. I don't think this it's very important.
Well then, witness, please continue.
Okay, right. Clearly, something must happen there. Right, let's skip through that then. We'll pick the other one. Press further. Oh crap, Maverick! I've just seen you type yawn as well. And it's coming again. So what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night?
I'm sure it was all for the bear.
The bear?
My client spoke of it.
Oh yeah, we've already done this bit. We've already done this bit. It was very important. The testimony just now has made one thing clear, and that is the client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet?
Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that.
Oh, really? Witness, please continue with your testimony.
We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters.
So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right?
Of course I did.
What was that? What was with the brief pause? Right, let's push further. Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details.
I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail.
And why is that?
That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
Yeah, it was very important. We'll stick with it. Of course. It was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. the Killer had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he is mistaken.
So you're saying that his client really was Adrian Andrews?
I guess so.
You see, it is just as I said.
I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here? Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax.
Now then, would the witness please continue? This is what occurred. I trust my memory and I believe I've made no mistakes.
Right. Okay, let me go back one. Right. Let's say not important this time, see what happens. Why he meets his clients is not important, and that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions, okay?
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person?
I've already told you, Mr. Wright. I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him.
Ooh, that's interesting.
That's when I thought I could trust this person as a client.
It's true what they say about talking face to face.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
It was very important. I heard what I think I heard just now. Then I think I got him. Got him by the short and curlies. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance. Hang on, is this AA actually? AA?
Huh? Really?
If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony.
Very well.
Right. Presumably, yeah, presumably. There we go. Yes. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, okie dokie. I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time.
Yes, that is correct.
And that's when you thought he was trustworthy.
How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct.
I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale.
What?
Shelley the Killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews.
Why would you say that?
Because you made one very big slip-up. About her.
So what is the issue? What did you say just now? About her?
If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman. Oh, the radio just broke then.
Order. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
This witness testified to the following. That he always meets face-to-face with his clients when taking their request.
But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person.
Yes, Your Honor. That is exactly the point. That means Mr. the Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. Oh no, look at that.
Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake?
I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor.
Her name?
Yes. Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name. That's a big word for 1102. Your Honor, I believe we need to perform an examination of AA to properly assess the him-her status.
Yes, I see.
Unluckily for Mr. Tequila, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so, he simply picked the wrong gender to go with.
What? What is going on? Shelley the Killer? This court demands an explanation. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another.
So does that mean you remember something different now?
Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more.
I know he's just going to spit out more lies.
Very well, but this time, please give us the truth, and nothing but the truth.
I'm not sure this turnabout twist would get approved in current year. True. Requesting talking part 2. Okie dokie. Yes, now okay, let's just press. Why is that not pressing? Oh, okay. That's really weird because he's got green text. I think it's a cross-examination.
Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of Juan Corridor, and 2 or 3 other small things.
Okay, definitely press that one.
When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man.
The urine stains found at the scene of the crime were left by a woman. Your Honor, the witness is lying.
So you took this job through a letter?
He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony. Which means he is definitely lying. Your Honor, I saw AA smoking a cigar during our meeting and naturally assumed she was a bloke. Oh, missed that text. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know. I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me, no matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it.
Now then, let's begin the cross-examination. request taken part 2. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. But didn't you just say that you always meet your clients? Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible. Didn't you meet your client this time? No, I did not. Oh, come now. Let's stop with this game of cat and mouse. Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me. Alright then, just cough it up and confess. It's alright, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. the Killer met with his client? Would be the... Oh, hang on. Oh, shoot. No, hang on a minute. No. No, I'm... Oh. Ah! I don't think I've got anything. Oh, please don't tell me I'm soft locked. So, what do you think? Have I done it? You may say, what do you think? However, I'm all for intents and purposes. A transceiver radio. Yeah, it's not gonna fly. Well, I don't think this was one I needed to see. I can hear the pure silence in the air here. Crap. Please don't soft lock me. I picked the wrong piece at a time like this. In any case, let's continue with the testimony. Right, press for now, press for now, press for now. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. Liar! And why could you not meet certain clients? Recently, I have been receiving more requests. If I met each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities. Nice business opportunities? On top of which, the times have changed. It is now the age of information and computers, correct? Well, I have joined the times, and now take requests via electronic mail. Electronic mail? Do you have to mail that in a special insulated envelope? I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is what is commonly referred to as email. Email? In a contest of mimicry, the judge would beat a parrot hands down. Anyway, so you took this job without having met your client, and? The request was for the murder of Juan Corridor and 2 or 3 other things. Oh yeah, this is the one I wanted to press. 2 or 3 other things? Yes. And what were these other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be really bad if I pushed his buttons the wrong way and he got mad. Well, might as well press further. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yes? Everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Uh-oh. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? Uh-oh. That's... I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one... Wait. Uh-oh. This is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Right, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? Yeah, we'll go for it again. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs client requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. Could literally just hang up right now, dude. The bear figurine. The bear figurine. Okay. What else is it? After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing.
Yeah, the client backstabbed him first. I know, right? And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Corridor's suitcase. And then, what did you do there next? I bundled it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client? Interesting. This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony. As you wish. One of these was to find the bear figurine and to give it to Agent Andrews. No. No. Shelley the Killer. If you had really given this bear to Miss Andrews, you would know that it's not actually a teddy bear, but it's a puzzle. You'd really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it. This item? I see where you're going here. Yep, that's where I'm going. Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. And I was going to burn it, for her sake. If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands. Sorry guys, I'm gonna just... I'll be right back. I'm just gonna... actually, let me try and see if I can get some music. There we go. Yeah, I'll be back in just a minute. Bear with 2 seconds, so I'm really sorry. Sorry about that, chat. I just needed to dip out for like 2 seconds, but I am back now. But Murgoot's had to go. See you later, Murgoot. You're going to watch on a replay. Good man. Good man. Let's get rid of that overlay. Get rid of that. So I'm back now, baby. Back now. Right. I'm sure she would have taken the YouTube naughty word note out and burned it. Oh, good lad.
Order, order, order! So that's where you two were going.
So by the very fact that this YouTube naughty word note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle.
Which means...
It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client.
Oh, he broke. Order, order, order! Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Uh-oh.
I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement?
No, that's not...
That's enough. If that is your intention, then there is only one thing for me to do.
Oh, crap. No, wait, please.
Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to.
No, please. Not that. Please wait.
Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end, and I may stay my hand. Otherwise... What in the... Mr. Wright? Are you?
Oh, mate. I just pressed on the wrong thing now. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor.
I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony? Or is this enough?
Well, we should... Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll... The prosecution...
What has come over everyone? Even you are.
The prosecution... rests.
What is going on around here?
The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor.
What?
Mate, I think we might have done the wrong thing.
Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation.
If the prosecution rests with no further questions...
Then, the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. Tequila's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley Tequila's client is Adrian Andrews.
Oh, no. I feel you, man. I feel you, Edgeworth.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
If I end the trial here right now, then your client, Matt On Guard, would be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder.
Oh, no. Miss Andrews would be charged with murder?
The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt On Guard, to the stand.
The items from Tequila's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. Can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands. Oh, what? Dude, did the old guy finally decide?
To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to YouTube naughty word. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Huh. So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. On Guard? What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap is just as atrocious. Don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? You'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? 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 But if I did that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? The choice I make, someone's life is going to end. And I think we're going to save it there. Just there. It all hinges on what I choose. Now then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Matt on Guard, is innocent. It's alright, Nick, even if Maya dies, she'll just turn back up again and you'll get in AA's good books. That's true, actually. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you? Right. I can't do this. But I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt on Guard, is... Okay, now I've saved it. I am intrigued. We're going to say not guilty and find out what happens. Sorry, Miss Andrews. We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt on Guard, your client deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Matt on Guard is... No way. Francisco von Karma? What are you doing here? Ow! You see now, don't you? You're Phoenix, right? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces? Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Woodmar. Von Woodmar. And Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this. What a filthy old coat this is. That's gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags everywhere. Anyway, I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in. Okay, right. I fought long and hard this whole trial. All for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Okay. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence? Right, here we go. Okay. This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial.
What?
Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence, down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you are right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please.
These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from police.
He must have been in quite a rush.
Here, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around. Like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? I will save it. I'm going to save that here. I'm intrigued because I really feel like there's going to be a... Right. I really feel like there's going to be a different... Right, we'll question for more details for now. Does that pistol have any relation to this case? We have yet to perform a ballistics test, so I can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with this case, at least with me. Oh, do you think it's the one that shot her? That's the pistol that he used to shoot you, isn't it? Yes. That's what I believe, yeah. Oh. I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento. I'm sure it will be an excellent sample for the test. So that's the pistol that was used to shoot Francisco. I forgot that she'd been shot. It's probably not going to help us very much, but we'll add it there anyway. Okay, the second piece of evidence is this videotape. Bet the killer took that from On Guard Mansion. Let's ask for more info. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Prawn. Oh, right. Here we go. Right. Oh, yeah. But I would speculate that this tape is very important.
Why would you say that?
Shooting a German with a Luger. Mr. De Killer has a sense of humor, I see. Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. That is richtig. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of our officers at the site. That is dry for our German watchers. But somehow, it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Sherry the Killer is no ordinary man. Videotape added to the court record. The last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform. Is that uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? Question for more details, I suppose. Was that used during the crime? I am almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There's one thing I found interesting about this uniform.
And what is that?
There is a button missing on this uniform. Could that be
a button?
It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. Maybe? Nah, seems too convenient. Bellboy's uniform added to the court record. Okay, that is all I have to present, Your Honor.
It's just as I thought.
And? What is that, Your Honor?
I'm sure we were under normal circumstances. These items from Shelly the Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now. Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Oh shoot, hang on a minute. What have I done? What have I done? Oh my god, have I saved it too far in advance? Oh no, no, no. Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But, no matter how you think about it, it's... Okay, try. Try for my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us. 2? The first? She's only part German, okay. Make On Guard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If On Guard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way. Force the killer to end his contract with On Guard. If the killer were to no longer think of On Guard as his client, then he would let Maya go. Mia, that's even more impossible. He's a man who values his duty. His duty towards his clients above all else. I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first. But if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? Oh my gosh, you're right. The other side. Wait, does she mean? You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge, we've all seen the pieces of evidence, and that is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who has yet to see them all, and that person does not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. Oh shoot, okay. There were no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence. I'm not saying it is. I'm sorry. I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then, you want to show the evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. One chance? Alright, here we go. Right, I think we're going to get... Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person. Well, that's impossible. To turn this situation around in one try. One try. That is all I will permit. I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think! There must be a way to save Maya while taking On Guard down at the same time. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Right, saving it.
And I'm saving it here. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show the evidence to? Presumably we would want to show it to... I mean, presumably we'd want to show it to Shelley because he's the only person who hasn't seen the evidence yet. But I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna try something because we get one chance. I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. My attorney's badge. Why not? Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I don't have anything to say to this. How about you, Miss Von Karma? Well, I was just shot, sir. I'm afraid I cannot allow the defense to continue. What? No one understands what you are talking about anymore. Wait, please, one more chance. This is enough, Mr. Wright. I will now state my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Matt on guard, not guilty. We won, guys! We won, chat! It's another defendant cleared of any wrongdoing. Well done. That is all. This court is adjourned. We won. Looks like we did it. And just like that, the case came to an end. I ran away from the courtroom and wandered the streets alone. I never saw my... Oh, shoot. What? I never saw Myra again. The killer... Oh, okay. The killer is a man of his word, so I'm sure he released her as promised. I heard the verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. Oh, mate. She was found guilty, of course. Oh, no. Oh, no. The miracle never happened. Oh, sorry, man. Maybe it was never meant to. Because a miracle is something that doesn't exist. The end. It's the end. We've done it. But at least we won. Or we can hop into our... No, I don't think Maya died. I think he just left the whole life. Well, fortunately for you, chat, we're going to hop into the DeLorean and we're going to go back and see what happens. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show the evidence to? I would like to show... don't think that's got anything to do. Right, let's... profiles. Okay, so first of all, TCG, did you really win? You killed Maya. Did you... No, right. We got Matt on guard, not guilty. He was not guilty. So Maya would have been freed. Okay? Let's do the time warp again. So yeah, but I imagine Phoenix's shame at, you know, not finding that miracle caused him to walk away from the courtroom forever. So, right, but don't worry. We're going back in time. Alright, Shelley the killer. Right, we're going to go with him. I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. Warned by the killer on the night of the murder, one of his special buttons is missing. Don't care about that. I don't think it's going to be that. It's got to be the tape, isn't it? It's got to be the tape. We can always go back to it if I'm wrong. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I think there is some merit. Okay, in showing this evidence to that witness. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. Right. It looks like I managed to convince him. Here we go. Maya. She's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence. How are we going to show him? It's a radio. Yes. One is all I need. I have here a videotape. Oh my god, the penny has just dropped. I have here a videotape. He was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back.
That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape.
I thought so.
I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard.
Do you know the contents of this tape?
I was sternly told by my client not to watch it, so I have absolutely no idea.
Actually, you were on this tape.
Me?
There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Here we go. Your actions were being recorded.
What? Is that true, Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted a camera?
Well, the only person who could have placed a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally.
That was Adrian Andrews.
Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Oh, your client specified a time and place for you, isn't that right?
Yes.
That was so they could film you. Perverts.
I had no idea.
No, you didn't. I bet you feel stupid now, don't you, mate?
Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing?
Obvious! Snuff film, yeah.
I would like to know why.
Why did Matt on guard film the crime scene? The reason why he did. That is my ticket out of this whole mess. You know, there is only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted blackmail on you. Yeah, it must be. Yeah, it must be. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. Chip. Right, drop the control pad.
Well, I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yeah, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay. Even blackmail him if I want.
Oh my god, yeah, he did say that, didn't he? Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelley the Killer? Oh, he's looking pretty steamed.
It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning.
Yeah, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness.
Yes?
You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all.
Yes, that's right.
But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then?
That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case.
Uh-oh.
And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the Tequila name, even if it takes an eternity. I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment.
Ooh, red screen. Bloody, bloody, bloody. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, get it. This is how we'll turn this case around.
Mr. Wright?
Yes?
My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item.
Wait! What the? I'm not an item. Yeah. I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. Hey, chat, we got it back. And now that leverage is gone.
However, I am sort of... I don't quite know what just happened there with the client and the witness and... Now! Miss Von Karma, where did that...
She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. Uh-oh. You don't let... Mr. On guard. It looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. Oh, but before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video. Help me. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please.
Is this all right with you, Mr. Wright?
We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape for him now. Come on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Out. Okay. What should we do? I'll tell you what. Do you know what? Chat. Now that we've won, oh, can't type. How should we plead? Guilty? Or not guilty? You can choose this one. Shall we put him in prison or not? Hang on, isn't AA still getting framed in one of these options? That's a very good point. Now, should we plead guilty? You want to go with guilty? Okie dokie. Save it so we can see both options. That's a good shout. I'll tell you what, we'll do that then. Right, we'll save it so we do both options. Right. So we'll go with the guilty one first. Out on guard. Even though I am a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me? My wonderful self? Guilty? Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention centre, your life would be in danger, no matter which way you look at it. You can't run away from your crime anymore. No! Guilty, 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 guilty. Ah, that is absolutely brutal. That was absolutely brutal.
As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth.
We? I remember you helping out much in this.
Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt on guard?
I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whip leather right about now.
Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness?
Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. So I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, it is of no concern to me. But after that, when I was alone in the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. Ow. This is the first time I've ever seen her smile. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I want a spin-off game where Edgy is a psychologist. Well, there is a spin-off Edgy game. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I've ever felt comfortable with myself. With who I am. Thank you so much, everyone.
It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about. But everyone seems to be in good spirits. And that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Right, and on that note, let's go back. Let's go back. Plead not guilty this time. Congratulations, Mr. Matt on guard. Please make sure to savour every moment of what little time you have left. Your Honour, as always, the defendants plead that the defence pleads not guilty.
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Matt on guard. Please wait. What's the matter? If I get a not guilty, I'll be killed. I'm no guilty.
Ah, so he confessed. Love it. As always, it looks like we've uncovered the real truth. Okay, this all looks the same. Yeah, it's all the same. Beautiful. Right. March 23, 5:14 PM, District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. Beg your pardon? Phrasing. You got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all of that. What's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yes, I understand that now. The guy was a creepy and he deserves what he got in the end. Exactly. And welcome to the channel. Is that Sistrix Gaming? The P is silent, I'm assuming. Yeah, I understand now. Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moment before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make. Yeah, well, should have gone with guilty, really. But
now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter.
Yeah, I know. I should have said guilty. Can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life? My client, Mr. Matt on guard, is... Is he guilty, or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And your answer? Your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. Oh, crap. Right. Edgeworth, I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody.
Really? Pose, you're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, she's quite safe. She's on her way here as we speak in a patrol car.
Ah, Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya's safe! Whoop whoop! You did it! You really did it, Mr. Nick!
Ow! She punches deceptively hard for a kid.
I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her. Wow! Whoa!
Thanks?
Oh,
What's wrong?
Miss Von Karma.
About earlier. Thanks. You and me both. I've got all the Apollo Justice games anyway. That Dual Destiny, Spirit of Justice. I still need to play through Spirit of Justice in full. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the remastered ones. We're definitely going to be playing them on the channel when they come out.
Why you're still smiling, Herr Phoenix, right? You're lost. Your perfect win record has now been crushed, and yet you're still happy.
I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. Apollo Juice Dice.
How dare you? How dare you?
Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth? Oh, did you not? You can get it on mobile still. You can get it on mobile. Oh, actually, I don't know if it's still available on mobile. I'm sure it is. But I remember I wanted to go and get it on my 3DS because it was cheaper on mobile. Hence why I got it on that at the time. And then yeah, a couple of months back, I went onto the 3DS to go and download it, and I found out that they pulled the marketplace from there. So I was like, ah. So yeah, this remaster is a welcome piece of news. For my own personal victories, and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner, and tasted my first defeat. Thinking about buying it on PC? Yeah, man, go for it. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. Wait, what? Hang on. So, Spirit of Justice is available on PC, is it? And then... Well, Mr. Crime, did you see the guide I posted for 3DS legal gameplay? No? Is that on Discord? Hang on. Where's that? Hold on. Was that in the general section? Let's have a look. Hang on a minute. Can't see it, mate. If you send it again or reply to that post and I'll have a look. Oh, the trilogy will be available on PC too, I think. Oh, yeah. No, it will be. It only just recently, in fact, this trilogy only recently just came out on Xbox. Yeah, my son told me about it the other day. It was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office.
Bye, Edgeworth.
And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death.
As well you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself his defeat should crawl into a hole and die.
Well, right. Shining ray of light, isn't she? But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity, everything began to change. Let's have a look. Three. Ooh. Okay. Interesting, Burnsy. Thank you. I've just seen it now. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change.
What foolish nonsense.
We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well.
What? You trusted your enemy?
It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses, the truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have, erasing the paradoxes one by one. You see, it's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. Oh, fantastic, very legally play. Okie dokie. Because that is what we endorse, you know. We wouldn't download a car after all. You wouldn't download a car. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This, I promise you.
The truth?
Yes. That's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, right? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory. Who ran away into the night.
Ah.
Quite happily download a car if my 3D printer was big enough.
Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick?
You did all that in that time and I'm still streaming? Nice. Nice one, Marina. Really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself. I don't get a room, innit?
You pathetic fool!
Well done, Von Karma, snapping everyone back into reality.
Miss Von Karma? I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma, and neither am I. It's over. It's all over.
Francisca threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else.
Ah! Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip?
I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right? Okay.
Nick!
Maya! Maya!
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
Hey! They're all back together. Happy family.
Oh, Nick, I knew you'd come through. You got on guard.
Excuse me, that. Funny that. She's been an international prosecutor. Excuse me. Wrong hole.
You got on guard convicted, like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me.
Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. But we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here.
Whatever. Look, it's all over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly.
Is it really that easy to do something like that?
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Don't mention it. Maya.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm relieved you're alright.
Hey, looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Uh-oh. Someone's got a hungry tummy.
All right. I think it's time we got out of this depressing place.
Huh? Where are we going?
Food, Nick. Food. Grub. Chow. I'm starved. I'm so hungry, even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick.
You think I look like a burger?
I'm a prime rib at least.
What about brisket? What about brisket, Marina? What would you say?
Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please.
If you insist. Right. How about we hit up our usual burger joint?
Don't be silly, Nick.
Huh?
This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I've decided that we have to make it up by having another feast.
Another feast?
Come on, Nick. Food!
Maverick, that's a jelly donut. March 23, 7:38 p.m. Gatewater Hotel lobby.
Hey, pal. Sorry to keep you guys waiting.
Gumshoe, are you all right?
Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things.
A telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that got him.
Y'all did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me. I ain't joking.
Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of The Steel Samurai. Thanks?
Now, looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't y'all reckon you bullied Mr. Right too hard? If y'all don't start being a lot nicer to him, I might just kick it. Tonight, even.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, come on now. Everyone gather round. Y'all gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer.
Looks like Lotta bought herself a new camera.
Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal.
Amen to that, pal. Amen.
You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, Detective.
Huh? Me? You really think so?
He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending.
Ah, well, you know, it's... Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I'm sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
What?
4?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket.
Will we use the DLC costume in Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice? I don't know. I tend to go just the classical stuff, really. I don't know. I'll think about it. There was a 4th item?
Aw, come on, y'all. It's over. But whoo boy, I tell ya, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh? You think?
Why does she look so happy about that?
But being shut away for 2 whole days? Weren't you scared? Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless.
The 4th was his wallet. You're not supposed to mention it, Gumshoe. It's for the burgers. Yeah.
So to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture.
Sounds like you had it rough, gal.
So, where's this picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture. You know, I don't know where it went.
Was that the 4th item by any chance?
Aw, that's too bad. Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway.
Ah. Sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is it? What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up.
Ah, that's Miss Von Karma's receiver. Ugh, thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me.
That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location.
Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir.
Well, It doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do.
Huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet.
And you've eaten way too much, you glutton. I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait. What? I just want to say, thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. A good enema should get the trans receiver out, Gumshoe. Either that or make sure you get the extra spicy burger. I wonder if there's anything I can give to him. To express how I feel. It's good. Go on then. What's this? Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. Oh, you and her. Right, okay. I was doing it as a joke. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job.
It looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya? Yes, Pearly? I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean. But Pearly, would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me.
Anyway, so who's paying for this lovely dinner party?
As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick.
Huh?
Ah, yeah. I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill.
Huh? Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in the hotel, see? I just bought this myself, this old beauty here. It better be anyway. It better be anyhow for $3,000.
Huh?
Actually, I reckon y'all bought it for me since it's on your tab and all. Isn't this great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick.
Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? Get ready for a chat. Get ready for a chat.
Aw, you don't need to hold back now, you hear?
Yeah, pal. Time to let it all out.
This is going to be the first time I hear the real you. Go on, it's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all.
All right then, if you say so.
Objection!
There we go. And that's... Oh, hang on a minute.
You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter. I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro.
Design art, Tatsuro Iwamoto. That was longer than that.
I'm so happy that you could save Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. I'm so happy for the 2 of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made reservations for the 2 of you, just in case.
We're gonna get like every single person in the game. I can remember the voices I've done throughout. Can you turn it down a little? Oh, okay. There you go.
Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me
Yeah, I don't know why I pumped up.
Right, I heard the thing said, like, let that go is bad for society. I knew it. Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal.
So I forgot I turned it up as I'm chatting away. There we go. Oh no, it's her. Hi, Gaggy Maggie Bird, retiring the uniform. Yeah, apparently she's going to be working in the train industry.
And bring smiles and joy to the people who come by this restaurant, sir. I hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright.
Yes. Yeah, apparently the real life Gaggy Maggie. Apparently she's got a job working for a train company. Irony!
Yes. Are you here to visit a patient?
I'm Director Hottie. Oh, recently, yes. That girl, you know, I haven't seen her around. Yes. But I remember, if I even laid so much as an eye on her. It didn't matter if I got whipped, though. Yes.
Haruki Yamamoto. It's time to begin our quest of world circus domination, and to let the world know we are serious, I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe.
Hey Max, what do you think Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk?
I think that if there are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at Moe's jokes.
Riki Yatamoe Kazuki Sonoyama.
Hey, there's Mo.
I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm gonna be more contemporary with my humor. Mo Curls represent. We got our new act all worked out. Prepare for the Hallelujah chorus. Say something, will ya? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it.
Oh no, go get some more maybe. Tomato ketchup. Marina, tomato ketchup.
What is this? Drat, it's just an ordinary electric razor recharging on its stand. I can't believe this, really. How long do they plan on making me do this? But it's Edgy Pooh's idea. That means it must have a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? It was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy and treat me like royalty. And it was speaking of bad, playing with fire was very dangerous because that was warehouses where they stored the same.
Hiroki Mikuto. Kumiko Suikane. Ukare Suabe.
I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone.
Alright, okay. Go and serve your sentence. Off you go. Hey, Wood. Atsushi Inaba.
It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. Such I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity.
Oh no, it broke. Shinji Mikami, executive producer. I think, is that the last? Oh, okay. March 23, 9:42 p.m. International departures, gate 12. Where are you going, Francisco?
What did you know I was here?
With this?
That's...
I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Good old Japanese voice for TCG. I will very much thank you. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example.
That's just like you. I only planted it there so because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his.
Still going, Mima.
I didn't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash. I promise you that.
Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting.
When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
4 things? 4 for Deutsch? It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket.
He put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over.
What are you going to do now?
That's none of your business.
Are you running away?
Shut up! You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter.
Francisca?
So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what, and failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. There's no doubt about that. But me? I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to.
You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been, and always will be.
No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away.
Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip.
You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you.
She's insufferable, isn't she?
And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. You took it from me.
I see.
You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today.
I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did.
Adrian Andrews?
You were going to use her during the trial, right? You were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Today, you chased after me after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention on stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma. Oh.
I am Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now, so you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth.
Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you.
Oh, this last piece of evidence never made it to you. I'll take good care of this first piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again.
What was it? What was it? Can you show us? Wicked. There you go. And that concludes Ace Attorney, Justice for All. That was just as good, if not better, than when I first played this all those years ago. Maya is very much alive, Mima. We managed to get Maya free as well as get Matt on guard a guilty verdict. So we actually lose the last case. But we really won it, didn't we? We really won it. So yeah, guys, thank you ever so much for sticking around for this long. Jesus Christ, it's 25 past midnight. It's a bit long. But yeah, we're going to take a small break from the trilogy, just while I work on the main channel stuff. The next game, great question, next Moriarty, the next Phoenix game will be Trials and Tribulations. This bad boy here. Maverick, it may finally be over, but tell you now, mate,
just beginning. It's just beginning. So, oh, hang on a minute. It would help if I actually... It'll be this one. Trials and Tribulations. That will be the next one that we play. Okay? There you go. Right. Chat, thank you ever so much for sticking around for as long as you have. Some of you have popped out and come back and still found me here. Well, I'm pleased to tell you now that the stream is over. And so we will be parting ways, albeit temporarily. I will get round to playing Trials and Tribulations, but of course spooky season is almost upon us, so I am probably going to do some little... I'll probably play some horror themed game, I guess, towards the end of the month. I will have a look and see what I've got and confirm something later on, but yeah, there will be a short break of gaming while I start working on my main channel video. Next Friday there will be a community quiz over on my main channel as well. Bloody enjoyed it yesterday, so much so that I proper feel invigorated, so I'm like, yeah, let's crack back on and get them done again. And so far I've got 7 questions done of 21, so we're a third of the way complete on that. So we'll be more than ready next week. We should have the same people back next week as well, with the exception, I think, of Denzil, who's having a bit of a time IRL with work and whatnot. But I will look to see whether we can get someone else to fill his spot in the meantime. But yeah, guys, thank you ever so much for sticking around. I have absolutely enjoyed this game. These are my hands down the my favorite series on the DS / whatever you can play it on nowadays. And I'm absolutely buzzing for Trials and Tribulations, genuinely. So yeah, if you haven't already, give this stream a like, subscribe, do all that fancy algorithmically friendly stuff. Thank you ever so much for everyone here in the chat and for those watching on the replay. All that is left to say is until next time. Take care, and goodbye for now.